strings I need are the kind that make my fingers bleed, the kind that make my fingers bleed. I don't need that sugar sweet talking, don't save the lines for that little coffee shop. You think I need you, but honey, you need me. I'm not gonna waste my time on some old fantasy. I stand up, sit down, I touch up my crown, I walk how I want, and I talk up the town. I may love you for a little, but I'll turn it around, 'cause I'm way too up to be coming down. The only strings I need are the kind that make my fingers bleed. The only strings I need are the kind that make my fingers bleed, the kind that make my fingers bleed. You can't fight fire with a jug of gasoline. Might as well keep my picture for your memories. I stand up, sit down, I touch up my crown, I walk how I want, and I talk up the town. I may love you for a little, but I'll turn it around, 'cause I'm way too up to be coming down. The only strings I need are the kind that make my fingers bleed, the kind that make my fingers bleed. I stand up, sit down, I touch up my crown, I walk how I want, and I talk up the town. I may love you for a little, but I'll turn it around, 'cause I'm way too up to be coming down. The only strings I need are the kind that make my fingers bleed. The only strings I need are the kind that make my fingers bleed, the kind that make my fingers bleed.
It's not quite a religious experience, but it's damn close.
Quiet, numbskulls, I'm broadcasting.
Hello.
Hello. Hello.
The wheel is turning, but the hamster's dead.
Seriously? You guys gotta come up with a better name. Whatever. I'm not even getting paid for this show.
Broadcasting worldwide from his basement.
To the basement! 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 Up to the basement! To the basement! To the basement!
We've been cleared for takeoff.
You're listening to Tim Kelly
on Indie Country Radio.
I looked you up again last night, found a photograph of you online, and I took a shot for old times. Many years have gone by, but I'm still getting drunk off that smile, and I'm wondering where you're at tonight. Did you go to California? Or maybe Tampa Bay, Florida? Hey, did you move to the city? Oh, I bet you're still as pretty. I don't even know if the drinks are talking. I don't even know if I'm broken hearted. All I know is I want you here right now. 'Cause baby, I'm a little drunk on you tonight. I'm a little drunk on you tonight. I'm a little drunk on you. Friday night, the waitress smiles. There's a glimpse of you in her eyes, and I raise a glass for old times. Said, I drive alongside your old house. a light shining so bright, wondering where you're at tonight. Did you go to California? Or maybe Tampa Bay, Florida? Hey, are you down in Alabama? Or maybe up in Montana? I don't even know if the drinks are talking. I don't even know if I'm broken hearted. All I know is I want you here right now. 'Cause baby, I'm a little drunk on you tonight. I'm a little drunk on you tonight. I'm a little drunk on you, baby. Did you go to California? Or maybe Tampa Bay, Florida? Did you move to the city? Oh, I bet you're still as pretty. I bet that you're living the American dream. I bet you got kids on the baseball team, but I just can't remember to forget your smile. Yeah. So give me one more night. Can we go back in time? 'Cause baby, I'm a little drunk on you tonight. I'm a little drunk on you tonight. I'm a little drunk on you. Yeah, I'm a little drunk on you.
They are Silver Drive 35 and a great tune called Drunk on You. Brand new artist before that, kicking off the show, Ali Seeley and The Only Strings I Need. Well, you can head over to Spreaker.com, make yourself a free Spreaker account, no strings attached. Come into our live chat room like lots of people are, and come in here and say hello to us on this Monday morning. Got a lot of good friends we made this morning on the Rise and Shine show with Miss Brenda Corbin. Brand new friends, brand new listeners. We love that. Hope you guys are liking Indie Country Radio. Coming up in about 25 minutes or so, I'm going to be talking to Miss Jennifer Mlott. She is multi-talented singer, dancer, choreographer. She's got a lot of good stuff going on. She is from Indianapolis, Indiana. We'll find out all about her in just a little bit and play some of her music as well. And we'll also tell the clean joke of the day. We like to be a little funny around here and make somebody's day a little bit funnier as well. So there's something you can share with all your friends, family, co-workers as well. Brand new to Indie Country Radio right now is Summer Franklin. This is called It's Gotta Be Love on today's Country from Indie Country Radio. New Country's best on this Monday.
I've got a feeling that's shooting through me. I can tell you that it shakes and moves me, baby. It's gotta be love. I get dizzy just looking down, flying this high off the ground, baby. It's gotta be love.
America's newest country music, Indie Country Radio, with Tim Kelly.
Guess you went out drinking with your friends, leaving me a message saying you'll be here in a bit. I check the clock, it's 2 a.m. and that's when you come stumbling in, crawling into bed with me. Well, here we go again. You're saying you miss me, but you're blaming on the whiskey, 'cause I know you hate to sleep alone. And you lean in to kiss me, but you're blaming on the whiskey. The next time I don't pick up the phone, blame the whiskey, 'cause I'll be gone. Blame the whiskey, 'cause I'll be gone. A week goes by and not one word. When Friday comes, you can be sure you'll be knocking at my door, saying, baby, let me in. Well, don't you know you're wasting time? Save your breath, I heard your lies. You sure are Prince Charming when that bottle hits your lips. You're saying you miss me, but you're blaming on the whiskey, 'cause I know you hate to sleep alone. And you lean in to kiss me, but you're blaming on the whiskey. The next time I don't pick up the phone, blame the whiskey, 'cause I'll be gone. Blame the whiskey, 'cause I'll be gone. You're saying you miss me, but you'll blame it on the whiskey, 'cause I know you hate to sleep alone. And you lean in to kiss me, but you're blaming on the whiskey. The next time I don't pick up the phone, next time I don't pick up the phone, blame the whiskey, 'cause I'll be gone. Blame the whiskey, 'cause I'll be gone. 3 missed calls were letting me guess. You went out drinking with your friends, leaving me a message saying you'll be here in a bit.
How about that as a hit song? I like that one. Miss Alexis Taylor, Miss Taylor Music, if you want to follow her on the big Twitter machine. Blame it on the whiskey. Well, speaking of Twitter, as I'm looking at it right now on Indie Country Radio's account, got 59 notifications. I don't have time to get back to all those right now because the chat room's blowing up too. We're going to have a live radio interview here in just a little bit. We are multitasking today on this hashtag Music Monday, and we absolutely love it. And I'll tell you what, this next artist was nominated for several Nashville Universe Awards. They are counting the votes right now. We're going to see if Indie Country Radio made it to the next round, but boy, we sure appreciate you guys' support during the first round of voting. Absolutely phenomenal. We appreciate each and every one of you. The only radio station on there with every personality on the air that we have here was nominated for Radio Broadcaster of the Year. I won it last year. I would like to see somebody else do it, absolutely. So I didn't promote myself very much in it. You guys need to vote for Rob and Brenda if they make it to the second round, and they work hard behind the scenes. And we all do here at Indie Country Radio, but we love doing it. And the most important thing is getting the music out there. This next gentleman, like I said, Mr. Don Woods from the state of Texas. This is called Red Car, Green Light, nominated also for some Nashville Universe Awards, live right now on Indie Country Radio, New Country's best.
Every time I see a red car, I see a red scar. Your hair blowing in the wind, leaving me again, breaking my heart. Every time I see a green light, I see green eyes welling up with tears, 'cause time is drawing near to say goodbye. Baby, goodbye. I see a red car get a green light to go back one more time and relive yesterday, yeah. And right then you're mine again, and that's when I remember you couldn't stay. And then you're gone, and I'm back to letting go, but still holding on. I saw an old friend yesterday. He said he saw you out in L.A. You're on top of the world, yeah, you made it, girl, it's all going your way. But back here in Little Rock, nothing's rolling and I never stop. Driving down the road and wishing you were home, but I know you're not. Baby, I know you're not. I see a red car get a green light to go back one more time and relive yesterday, yeah. And right then you're mine again, and that's when I remember you couldn't stay. And then you're gone, and I'm back to letting go, but still holding on. I see a red car get a green light, go back to it one more time and relive yesterday, yeah. And right then you're mine again, and that's when I remember you couldn't stay. And then you're gone, and I'm back to letting go, but still holding on. I'm still holding on.
Tim in the morning. What does that mean?
Are you responsible for the strange sounds I heard emanating from my radio this morning?
We apologize for what he said.
Blah, 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 blah.
We have no idea. We're just making it up as we go along.
The guy's awesome.
I'm all jacked up on Mountain Dew.
3, 2, 1.
Drop it.
Your station for new country now.
I like it. I like it a lot.
Today's country.
Pretty wild.
Broadcasting worldwide from his basement.
To the basement! 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 Up to the basement! To the basement! To the basement!
We've been cleared for takeoff.
You're listening to Tim Kelly
on Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
You and I never stood a chance. Our parents go way back. A small town, we were bound to be friends. To you, I was one of the guys, and I swear, despite your blue
They are the Kate Hastings Band out of the state of Ohio. Great tune there called Just Friends. We got lots of friends loading up at the chat room. Jennifer Mlott is already on the phone. We're going to visit off the air for just a little bit, and then we'll get her on the air here in just a second. But let's tell the clean joke of the day real quick. What do you get when you cross a snowman with a vampire? You get frostbite, and I think some people have been getting that this Easter Sunday. Man, the temperature changed. It does not feel like spring, so go out front and build yourself a snowman. They're probably doing that in Indianapolis right now, huh, Jennifer? We'll talk about all that in just a little bit. Let's do one from Mr. Ty March. Ty March Country on the big Twitter machine. This is his brand new single called Forever on Indie Country Radio, New Country's best.
Deeper than the ocean, stronger than a hurricane, carved out in an oak tree, baby, with a heart around our names. Even when our hair turns gray, you'll be beautiful to me. And if you ever wonder, baby, let me tell you how it's gonna be. My love is forever in a day. It'll never go away like it's chiseled in stone, written in a love song. Moon and the stars and the sky shine bright together. My love for you is forever. My love for you is forever. Sundown sitting on a San Francisco bay. Never gonna die, never gonna run, never gonna go away. My love is forever in a day. It'll never go away like it's chiseled in stone, written in a love song. Moon and the stars in the sky shine bright together. My love for you is forever. Never go away like it's chiseled in stone, written in a love song. Moon and the stars and the sky shine bright together. My love for you is a hold on tight. Gonna get it right, gonna love you, baby, for the rest of my life. Moon and the stars and the sky shine bright together. My love for you is forever. Deeper than the ocean, stronger than a hurricane.
His name is Ty March Country, Facebook and Twitter, and a brand new single called Forever. We absolutely love that one. Well, we have on the phone Miss Jennifer Mlott. How are you this morning?
Hi, I'm doing wonderful.
Absolutely good to have you here. And you are from Indianapolis, Indiana, and we were talking off the air about the weather, and you said you got maybe 2 or 3 inches of snow yesterday. I hope it melts today.
Yeah, it's sunny, so that's good.
Yeah.
But yeah, the snow's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy weather. I tell you what, the Easter rabbit, I mean, he couldn't even find the eggs he hid yesterday. The ground was white.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, where'd I put that again?
Yeah, right. And had to dig through the snow yesterday, the kids did, to find their eggs. But we hope you had a good Easter and a good April Fool's Day, and you got to play some jokes on some people. I know I put one out there on Facebook. I said I'm going to be hosting NBC's The Voice next season. They've been hitting me up daily, like Carson Daly.
Nice.
But I don't know that that'll ever happen. Rob come back and he said, yeah, they asked me to host American Idol too.
Aww.
So, well, I want to talk about what you got going on in the world of music and dance and all that. I looked at your bio on your website. You're a choreographer. you're also a manager for one of the indie magazines, I believe it is. So tell us about your interest in music and dance, and I know that probably started at a very young age, and what your influences were.
Okay. Well, first off is I've been singing for a very long time, but I just started getting into music professionally within the past, I would say, 2 years. Recording and all that kind of stuff, going to Nashville and those kind of things. And I've been dancing my whole life also, so dancing has been a huge part of my life, and competing in dance competitions and going to nationals and all those kind of things and performances. And I just finally have gotten so I've fallen in love with my music, and I decided to pursue that, and it's been going really, really well, and I'm really happy with it.
Okay. Sounds good. Now, I want to ask you, would you consider yourself a country artist, a multi-genre artist? Because I've heard some other music that you've did that wasn't country. Love all of it.
Right.
What's your passion?
Well, I really like new country and the modern country, but I also do covers like alternative music and pop music. I would say that my voice is kind of more towards the new country slash kind of like pop almost.
Okay.
Something that's very uplifting, very fun, and, just get your feet tapping,
There you go.
Yeah, and I also like ballads, so, I just love music, so I do covers with some of my favorite people like Kelly Clarkson and Carrie Underwood. They're kind of my influence, I would say.
Yeah.
Influencers.
Okay.
But I have a bunch, and I have fallen in love with music, and I just love it.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we do too, and I'll tell you, I love a great ballad too. That's why I played that Ty March song, because this one of his promoters, Shanna Pollock, she's been in our chat room religiously all the time, and she said that he's got some new music, so we went and found that, and I love that song forever. And his brand of country is a lot different. I interviewed him last year, and he was getting ready to move to Nashville, Tennessee from Texas, and now he's there.
Wow.
He's there doing his thing in country. And I know you've just recently been to Nashville. You did a TV interview at the TV station there, so congratulations on that. And boy, that's a fun town, isn't it?
It is. It's a blast. I go there a lot, so I kind of want to say I halfway live there, but
yeah, right.
I almost go there every month. But yeah, it's beautiful. I wish I lived there.
Well, a friend of mine that we used to work at his radio station told me, and I still believe these statistics are true, and probably even more so now or higher numbers, but he said back when we were together about 3 years ago that I think it was 45,000 people a year moved to Nashville trying to make it in country music, and with the traffic there, I believe it.
I do too. Yeah. I do too. And one of my favorite memories is the first time I went to Nashville, we went to the Wild Horse Saloon, and it was like, oh my gosh, it was amazing. It was completely packed, and I can't remember who was playing that night, but we danced, and we had a really good time, and it's just always going to be like a memory of mine. And even just going down, the main drag and seeing like all the bars and walking in and hearing new like artists and everything. And I got to see Jessica Rose perform at one point. She's a friend of mine, and it was just such a cool experience. I was like, wow, this is so amazing,
Yeah.
So
absolutely. Well, the friend we made today, John Matthews from Nashville himself, he says, please move here. And you say, I wish, and I do too.
Yeah.
I really do. We've been to the Wild Horse a few times. We were at the third Nashville Universe Awards that they've ever had. We won 2 awards last year on the fourth one that they've done. Now they're getting ready to do the 5th one ever. And I love the Wild Horse Saloon, man. You just look around at all the history there, the people that have played on that big stage. It just it makes you know you're right in the middle of country music right there, boy, when you're in a venue like that. And we got to see lots of great artists rock that stage, and I love the Nashville Universe Awards because I believe that they're one of the biggest supporters of indie country music out there, and they really help get these artists discovered like we play on the radio here.
Exactly, and it's my first time. It's my first time getting nominated, so I'm like, oh my gosh, I hope I make it to the second round, you know? So,
well, same here. If we make the finals this year, I'm sure going to try to go. I told my boss about it already because I don't have vacation yet, but I could take a few personal days, and we did that last year, too. He kept emailing me, and he said, you got to be here, and I got about 6 emails from him. And I was like, man, something's got to be up. And then we ended up winning 2 awards. So that was kind of his way of telling us something was going on.
Right. He's like, you have to be here.
I know. Well, let me ask you about this Indie Artist magazine. I see you're their marketing manager. And you probably find a lot of good talent to put on the radio through that, I imagine.
Right, exactly. We go through Twitter. I, talk to people all day long. So it's, it's something that's not easy, but at the same time, there's so many people that are, wanting to be promoted and all those kind of things. So what I try to do is I try to talk to as many people as I can. And, based on the conversations and all of that, we can put them into the magazine,
Mm-hmm.
It's amazing. And it's so cool because they have their own awards as well, know.
It was, I see that you work with this K-Dub Entertainment or K-Dub Country Radio, I guess it is. Yeah.
Williams. Mm-hmm.
There was one category that they stood out in to me that I think they were nominated for, at least one that I know of, and I kept voting for them because I know they follow us on Twitter and they tweet a lot of stuff that we do, and social media is just crazy now. I mean, I have almost 13,000 followers because of radio, and that's where most of our music comes from. They follow you on Twitter, then they want to send you music, so we don't even have to go looking for it anymore. And man, that's sure a good problem to have. I love that.
Actually, exactly.
So,
yeah, I mean, I've been co-hosting with him almost every week
cool.
for about a year now. So Kevin and I, we're great friends. We met in not Nashville. We met in Pigeon Forge recently too, and it was just so cool. And I don't know, I love it. I love co-hosting with him, and it's a blast.
Yeah, radio's a lot of fun, man, and we just love doing it. I've loved radio since I was a kid. I finally, took the step and went to broadcasting school in 1988 in San Diego when I lived there, and got my first radio gig back in 99, 2000, and of course everybody was scared about what their computers were going to do back then with the Y2K thing, and being on the air where you're going to get booted off and whatever, but nothing happened there, so it was all good. But
right.
And then, this internet thing come along about 5 or 6 years later. I didn't get into radio then, but in 2012 I started researching that, and then we started playing mainstream artists, the Luke Bryans, the Cole Swindells, the up-and-comers back then.
Right. Uh-huh.
And then this new music started coming. They were like, could you play my song? Could you play my song? And we were like, we see where this is going. And so we went totally indie. And I love it because we build up relationships with you guys. We're friends on Facebook. We follow each other on Twitter. And we get to say we knew you before when, if you ever do make it big. And that's a cool thing, I think.
Exactly. And I just want to thank you. Thank you for, being a platform for indie artists because, it's challenging. It's hard to, get your music on other radio stations that just play those people that you hear all the time. So Thank you for that,
Right. Well, and I want to thank the people that put together these award shows, too, to support these indie artists and give them the kudos they deserve for doing what they do because they work so hard at making music. We talk about it all the time. You jump into the recording studio, that's coming out of your pocket. It's about $2,000 to record one song. So,
right.
Any extra money you guys have, you spend on making music because you love doing it. And,
exactly.
And sometimes, literally the music is better than what's getting played on mainstream radio, and it needs to be heard. And it's even award-winning music. The Nashville Universe Awards is recognizing you. The Josie Awards, I see you were nominated for that last year.
Yeah,
Those
I did.
nominations are coming out now, so you got a lot of good stuff going on.
Yeah, and it's just so incredible. I was blown away. I was only 6 months into my music when I got a nomination for the Josie Awards. I was like, oh my gosh, what is that? You know, we researched it, and I was blown away. I mean, even just to go and to meet everybody, it was such a great experience.
Yeah. And I've done an award show 3 years ago. We did it at the Civil War plantation outside of Nashville in a town called Eagleville, Tennessee. In about the 1850s, this was an old Civil War plantation. There's lots of cottages out there. They're log cabins. They're fully decked out. I mean, you don't even have to bring dishes or anything. They've got a dishwasher full of brand new dishes for you to use. It was such a fun time. We had a great time out there on a great award show. But, you know, there's so much hard work that goes into putting those together. I just decided to let somebody else do that. And just play the great music on the radio, and if they decide, you know, somebody decides, hey, we want to give them an award, then let the Nashville Universe or somebody do that, and they do a phenomenal job at it. So, yeah, there's a lot of hard work that goes into those awards, and I'm just amazed by how Josie got the whole Nissan Stadium there in Nashville to do hers at. That was pretty cool, huh?
Yeah, it was. When we were walking up to it, I was like, oh my goodness, this place is huge, you know, so... We covered one side, you know, like the shorter side of the Nissan Stadium. If it's a rectangle, you know, the short side. But it was completely full. I was like, there's so many people here, and it was really fun. I met a lot of new people and got to talk to a bunch of people that I've met on, you know, social media and that kind of stuff.
Well, and there's nothing more fun than walking the red carpet either and standing in front of that big banner and it's picture time and, you know, like you said, getting to meet those artists and dressing up, you know. It's when you go to the Oscars, I mean, really, literally, half of the show, there's half of it about the awards and who might win, and the other half's about what are them ladies wearing tonight.
Exactly.
You
have
know,
to wear a dress and look the part. It was amazing.
Yep, and that's a fun thing. Well, let's talk about some of your music now. This first cover song that I want to play is from Shania Twain, and you know what kind of career she's had in the world of country music, and she's come back now, and boy, she sure got a bio. I was reading up on some of the things that she, you know, had go on in her life, and she did not have it easy before she got her big break in country music. Not at all.
Exactly, yeah.
And
she's been through a lot.
She is still, to this day, the #1 selling female. She sold more albums than any other female in country music. So
that's incredible.
That's just a cool
her.
thing. Yeah.
I remember when I was younger and driving in the car with her, you know, Up album, you know, just like singing everything. Everything's memorized, you know. I love it.
Yep. I've done a lot of interviews with young female artists, and most of the time, her name comes up if somebody, and Patsy Cline too, you know. But Patsy Cline's been, you know, gone longer than some of the young ladies have been alive, and you still love Patsy Cline, you know, and pattern yourself after her. I think that's really cool. But Shania Twain is right up there, so neat stuff.
Yeah, I love her.
Yeah. Well, you did this song called "Honey, I'm Home." Let me ask you, just what made you pick that one?
Well, I've loved it ever since I was younger. It's just like a really fun, exciting song and really kind of get your feet tapping. And there's a lot of spunk to it, I would say. You know, like a lot of sassiness, and I just loved it. I was like, it would be so fun to perform this and to record it. So that's why I chose it. I wanted something really exciting and really fun for people to listen to. So yeah.
All right. Well, that's a good song, and she has a lot of fun songs to listen to, that's for sure, and to dance to.
She does,
Yeah, absolutely. So good pick there. We're going to play that for the folks, and then speaking of tapping your feet, I want to come back and talk about your dancing career, and you got a dance studio and all that, and you tap dance, and so we're going to talk about that when we come back here in just a little bit. We got Jennifer Mlott live on Indie Country Radio with the Shania Twain cover, Honey, I'm Home.
Hit it!
Show's got a run in my hose. My hair went flat. Man, I hate that. PMS. This job ain't worth the pay. Can't wait till the end of the day. Hey, honey, I'm on my way. Hey, 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 honey, I'm home and I had a hard day. Pour me a cold one and oh, by the way, rub my feet, give me something to eat, and fix me up my favorite treat. Honey, I'm back, my head's killing me. I need to relax and watch TV, get off the phone, give the dog a bone. Hey, hey, honey, I'm home. I broke a nail, opening the mail. I cursed out loud cause it hurt like hell. This job's a pain, it's so mundane. It sure don't stimulate my brain. This job ain't worth the pay. Can't wait till the end of the day. Hey, honey, I'm on my way. Hey, 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 honey, I'm home and I had a hard day. Pour me a cold one and oh, by the way, rub my feet, give me something to eat, and fix me up my favorite treat. Honey, I'm back, my head's killing me. I need to relax and watch TV, get off the phone, give the dog a bone. Hey, hey, honey, I'm home. Honey, I'm home and I had a hard day. Pour me a cold one and oh, by the way, rub my feet, give me something to eat, and fix me up my favorite treat. Honey, I'm back, my head's killing me. I need to relax and watch TV, get off the phone, get the dog a bone. Hey, hey, honey, I'm home. I'm home. That feels much better.
Oh, yeah. Now you made me hungry with that song right there. Fix me a treat, something to eat. I unfortunately had some cereal before I went on the air. I'll have my treat after I get off. But appreciate that, Miss Jennifer Mlott, Honey, I'm Home. Great, great Shania Twain song. And you're right, boy, that song does make you want to get up and dance. And so let's talk about that. You have worked in the field of dance for a long time. We were talking about that off the air, tap dancing and other forms of dance. How did that all come about?
Oh my goodness. Well, I started dancing when I was around, I want to say 8 years old. I just danced all around my house ever since I was little. They're like, we're going to put you in dance. And so I started doing that, and it's been a passion of mine for a very long time. I, started really getting into it around 10 years old, competing in competitions and going to nationals and all of those things. But that consists of, tap, jazz, musical theater, ballet, lyrical, all the genres. So that's what I was doing for, most of my, I don't want to say younger life, but
Yeah, I was going to say, if you're not old at all.
Right. 10 to 18 years old, you
Right.
know. But I was doing that for a very long time and going to nationals. I won nationals, I think, when I was in my freshman year. I won in Myrtle Beach as the, top solo of the year. It was like teen solo, I want to say.
Mm-hmm.
And that was kind of like my huge goal for myself. So I hit my goal, and I was, very excited. And I was in a bunch of different things. I was in varsity, danced in high school. Extreme Rhythm Project which was also a tap company. It was a pre-professional tap company. And also another one, Extreme Movement Project, which is more of like a contemporary. But that's what I was mostly focused on. But I also sang at those competitions as well. But after I got out of high school, I really kind of wanted to focus more on my music. So that's kind of where that came about.
Okay.
I've been singing my whole life because my mom's actually a vocal teacher. So she's been teaching me for a long time, but never really seriously for the past, probably, I would say 2 years now. I would say 1 to 2 years. And that's when I started recording and getting really into it. Okay. And also when I was at the, NACMA competition from Pigeon Forge, where I just was, I want to say a couple weeks ago. I performed there and everything, but every night we had a bunch of people coming in and, playing guitar and everything. And for me personally, I've never really played guitar, and people were talking about it, and I was like, well, I'm actually a lefty. And they're like, wait, what? And I was like, yeah. And this guy named Will, he was like, hey, why don't you borrow my guitar for a couple hours while I go perform in the other room for, because it was kind of like a karaoke night. And I was like, sure, why not? So I used his guitar, and I fell in love with it. So that's another thing that I'm going to start getting into. And I was like, wow, I kind of got the bug for it. Like, I got so excited. So right when I came home, I purchased my own guitar, and here, I started playing. So that's another thing I've become really passionate about recently, so. Yeah. But yeah, dancing, singing have been a part of my life for as long as I can remember.
Well, that's awesome. And we talked about something else that you do left-handed, and that is writing, and we talked about it off the air, but songwriting is something that 99% of our indie artists do, is they write their own material. So it says on your bio, back in 2016, your first single was called When You Walked Into My Life, and then about a year later, in January of 2017, you did another single. Your second one was called Feathers on a Wing. Did you write both of those?
No, I actually did not.
Oh, okay. Well, let's talk about songwriting, and you just started doing that, I guess. You just got into it.
Exactly. I just started recently, and I've written a couple of songs. I haven't really recorded any, but I'm kind of learning as I go since I just started.
Okay.
But at NACMA, they had, workshops and stuff. I got to speak with a couple of, professionals and getting their input and everything, and I am a very, beginner. I'm not, I'm not advanced yet, but
right.
But it's become a passion of mine.
Well, that's awesome. And what have you found your writing style to be? Can you do a song in 30 minutes like Taylor Swift on a napkin, or do you write a little bit here and there, or wake up in the middle of the night thinking about something in a dream and have to write that down and finish it later? Have you got a writing style yet that you figured out yet?
That's exactly what I do.
Okay.
What I do is I find a theme that I really am passionate about, and then throughout the course of the day, I'm thinking about it, and if I find a verse that just hits me, I write it down somewhere on a receipt, in my phone, just somewhere, that I can remember, because I don't want to lose it.
Right.
But yeah, even when I wake up in the morning, I'm starting to try to, write down the first thing that I think about, I heard about, people, I don't know how to explain it. They wrote for the first 15 minutes that they woke up. And I was like, well, that's a really good idea, just constantly writing for 15 minutes. So I started doing that, but really it just kind of comes to me, and I have to write it down immediately. I also focus, for an hour on it, or, every other hour or whatever. But I have to write it down because I don't want to forget it.
Boy, that's me, and I'm a lot older than you, I can guarantee you. I do the same thing, and especially with something that I want to share that's a funny joke or story or whatever, because we do radio, and, it's live, and, you'll get on there and you'll unmute the mic and you might totally forget your train of thought and what you're going to say.
Exactly.
We don't have a lot of time to rehearse, before we get on the air sometimes, and for these interviews, I've done 150 plus, and I just like them to be off the cuff, and not have any prepared questions, because I never know what we're going to talk about, and that makes it more fun to me, like we're having today. We're absolutely loving talking to you. They're loving it in the chat room, which you get instant feedback on all of that, and a song that we're playing. They tell you whether they love it or whatever, so that's awesome.
Yeah.
But I want to tell you something else that I think is awesome, is the work that you do for some charitable organizations. You support the Down Syndrome Foundation. I'm looking at a couple here from Indianapolis Indians, Indy Fuel. Some good charity events and concerts that you've put on in the past. So that's awesome.
Thank you so much. Yeah, we've been performing at Riley Days for a while. At Indianapolis Indians. We performed at the Pacers game. Trying to think. The Indians baseball. We just try to perform to a bunch of different things, even like marathons, the Indy 500 marathon. It's like an actual, like a running marathon before, the big entertainment deal. But we're entertainment this year too. So
that's a marathon in a race car going about 220 miles an hour too, isn't it?
Right.
Man, I don't know how they do it. I could never do that on a track like that. But
I know.
I had a chance one time when I was selling cars to be able to go down to Texas Motor Speedway and drive the brand new Nissan Altima that they were coming out with. They were going to let us drive it on the racetrack, and I even chickened out of that. I'm like, no, I'm not getting that thing up to 140. Okay. I don't think so.
Right. But the marathon is like everyone's running. So
right.
That's what we're performing at. But yeah, the actual 500, it's like, whoa, you go into the snake pit, it's like all the DJs playing all their, EDM, dubstep. It's so fun.
Yeah, that's cool. Well, and one more thing I want to talk about. At the end of 2018 coming up, you're going to release your first full-length CD. Tell us about that. Do you have a title for it yet, and how many songs are going to be on it? Do you know?
Well, we don't have a title yet. Wow. We are kind of, I don't know. We're going as we go, I would say about 8 to 10 songs.
Okay.
Not positive yet. It's going to change either way.
Yeah. I had a guy tell me one time, he said, when you're putting together a CD, those songs are kind of like your children, You don't want to play favorites, but, it's so hard to pick on how many to put on there and which one you're going to, try to release to radio first because, if radio likes that first song, then you got to back it up with something just as good, and that's hard too, isn't it?
Right. It's very hard when you have a bunch of music and you're trying to even format it on a CD. But one of my favorite songs that I'm working on now is called Different Drummer, and it's going to be something very different from what I've done before. It's like an EDM track with also like a modern country feel, but I'm also going to throw something in there that I don't think anyone's ever done before, and that's, you're kind of going to be the first one to hear about it.
All right.
But I'm going to try to incorporate my tap dancing inside of the song. So it's going to be more of like a percussion with my tap. So it's very different, but I'm really excited about it. But that's what we're working on right now. So that's kind of what I'm doing. It's taken a very long time because it's something very different that I've never done before. So I've got that going on. I'm, like you said, I'm writing. So I hope some of that stuff gets thrown in there as well. I'm working with the songwriter named Sherry Lynn. She's amazing.
I know who she is. Yep.
I've got a song from her, so I'm working on that, and I'm doing some covers. So just like Honey I'm Home and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
I have a couple that I'm going to be recording this Sunday. So I definitely have one I'm recording Sunday, if not two, but. I'm just trying to keep it busy, keep going.
Yeah.
So.
Well, you definitely have it going on, I'm telling you. And country covers, when we first started, wasn't something that we really did. But when they're good, I told Brenda, I said, let's put them on the radio, And we set up this interview, and you've got so much going on, you do some great country covers, but, I liked the bio and everything else that you had going on. So I'm like, yes, I want to talk to this lady.
Yeah.
And we've even done it with songwriters. I've interviewed several songwriters because even though they may not be artists and have anything that they're singing on the radio, they're the ones that are making this music happen. And we love the songwriters community too. And Nashville loves them too. In fact, I just read an article yesterday that Taylor Swift went back to the Bluebird Cafe where she got discovered and was hanging out there this weekend.
Oh, that's awesome.
So, yeah, and you know what she's done in the world of country music, and now she's went with the pop genre, and she's done that 1989 tour, I think it was called, and she's just, she's a phenomenal young lady and very talented. I would have to add Jennifer Mlott to that list.
Oh, wow. She even be on the same list.
Yeah,
wow.
Right. Well, we hope we get to see you in Nashville at the Nashville Universe Awards.
Me
and
too. I would love to meet you in person.
Right. If we all make the second round of voting, the show is going to be on May the 8th. That's a Tuesday night, so you guys put that on your calendar. And
I already have at work.
Yeah. Me too.
I'm going to be gone, so...
Yeah. Come hang out with us in Nashville at the world-famous Wild Horse Saloon. Like we talked about, you will absolutely love the history of that saloon. And last year they held off putting on the show. About 6 months they delayed it because they were remodeling the Wild Horse. So it looks better than it did the first time we were there. And man, it's a cool venue. And this show is going to be absolutely free to get in. There are no tickets that you have to buy. You can walk in the door and be able to see this award show. Now, if you want to sit at one of the reserved tables, you do have to do that. But you can sit at the bar and have yourself a drink and listen to some great country music.
Yes, that'd be incredible. I hope I make it, but
we do too.
I would love to meet you.
We're going to try hard to make it, and hopefully things will work out that direction, but it'll be a fun time. We'll enjoy it. Well, thank you for doing the interview today. I know you got a lot going on and probably things to get back to, so we appreciate the time today, Jennifer, and if you come up with anything new like that, when that album gets done, be sure to send it to us, Brenda Corbin and myself, and we will definitely play some of the cuts off of it.
Yeah, thank you so much. And I just want to say thank you for, having me on here. And I want to thank you. I want to thank John Matthews. I know you just met him. And Ron also, because they do so much for me. And I just want to thank them. Thanking my fans and all that kind of stuff. Right. So thank you for having me.
Well, I'll tell you what, whatever Ron's doing to put those little videos together before our shows, I don't know what program he's using, but I absolutely love that. I see that John is a graphic designer and different things.
Yeah.
I absolutely love Photoshop. I just don't have enough time to do it, but I built our logo and website for the radio station. Now, Brenda worked hard this weekend in revamping our website and making it look even better. And so, we do all those kind of things behind the scenes, too. I just don't have the time to do it. And I love to edit audio, these little liners and things to make our station sound better. I just love sitting there doing that. So those guys would be somebody I'm going to get along with just fine.
Oh, definitely. They're amazing. They're incredible, and they've helped me so much with everything. So, But yeah, I'm glad you guys met.
We appreciate it. And that's the thing, that great music, great artists like yourself bring us all together. This just doesn't well, it kind of sometimes does happen by accident, but, when you keep doing what you do and love what you're doing, we're in our 5th year now, going into year number 6 for me. If you stay at it long enough, it's just amazing the people that you meet, and that's why we keep doing it.
Yeah, it's the journey, and thank you, Brenda, for setting this interview up for me. I mean, it's crazy. Thank you for talking to me, too, Tim.
You bet. I'm glad to do it.
Obviously.
And, you got my number now, so anything you need, hit me up, and we will definitely work together to further your career in music. And the dance thing, I can't help you with. I got 2 left feet. I'm sorry about that.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. It was great talking to you. We're going to do a Carrie Underwood cover now called Church Bells that you sang. And I'll tell you just a little bit of the story real quick. I lived 20 years in southeast Oklahoma. I used to sell insurance, and a buddy of mine knew the town. I mean, we were just south of Shakota. Carrie Underwood is actually from Onapaw, Oklahoma, just right outside of Shakota. Her mom still lives there. We went and knocked on her door, but she was not interested in our little insurance. But but we did get to meet her, and then around the corner, we was getting ready to go eat, and on the back of this van, there's a sign on it that says Carrie Underwood's grandpa, and I'm sure that was him, too.
Aw, that's so cool.
So, yep, lots of good music comes out of Oklahoma for country, and that's really why I got into country radio, from being down there for 20 years. So, good choice on Church Bells as well.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Miss Jennifer Mlott on Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best. Thank you, ma'am, and we will talk again soon. Appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Jenny grew up wild like a Blackfoot daisy, out in the shack with a blue tick hound, broke as well, but blessed with beauty, the kind that a rich man can't turn down. She caught the eye of an oil man dancing one summer night in a dime store dress. She had the looks, he had the mansion, and you can figure out the rest. It was all roses, dripping in diamonds, sipping on champagne. She was all uptown, wearing that white gown, taking his last name. She could hear those church bells ringing, ringing, and up in the loft that whole choir singing, singing. Fold your hands and close your eyes, yeah, it's all gonna be alright. You just listen to the church bells ringing, ringing, yeah, they're ringing. Jenny was hosting junior league parties and having dinner at the country club. Everyone thought they were Ken and Barbie, but Ken was always getting way too drunk. Saturday night, after a few too many, he came home ready to fight, and all his money could never save Jenny from the devil living in his eyes. It was all bruises covered in makeup, dark sunglasses. And that next morning, sitting in the back pew, praying with the Baptist, she could hear those church bells ringing, ringing. And up in the loft, that whole choir singing, singing. Fold your hands and close your eyes, yeah, it's all gonna be alright. You just listen to the church bells ringing, ringing. Yeah, they're ringing. Jenny slipped something in his Tennessee whiskey no lawman was ever gonna find, and how he died is still a mystery, but he hit a woman for the very last time. She could hear those church bells ringing, ringing, standing there in a black dress, singing, singing. Fold your hands and close your eyes, yeah, it's all gonna be alright. You just listen to the church bells ringing, ringing, yeah, they're ringing.
If he don't play that song, I'm gonna spit some chaw in his eye.
You're listening to the 2016 Nashville Universe Awards Radio Network of the Year, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
If she was a bird, she'd fly away, just like a rambler, can't stay in one place. She's a sunset at the end of the day. She runs like a dreamer. She'll be gone like yesterday. So don't get caught in the flame of desire. She builds you up higher and higher, and then she runs. If she was a letter, it would say goodbye, just like a heartache starts with a lie. She's lightning shot down from the sky. She runs like a dreamer. She'll be gone she runs. Yeah, she runs. Don't fall for her and that heart of stone. The minute you do, she'll be long gone. She'll never change, 'cause she was born to run. So she runs. Oh yeah, that girl, she runs. Yeah, yeah.
His name is Brent Harrison. He is from Nashville, Tennessee. Brent Harrison, TN, capital TN, if you want to follow him on Twitter. And a great tune called She Runs. Well, don't you run anywhere, because we've got a lot more music to play. We're going to go till 1 o'clock Central Time today, live right here on Indie Country Radio with more of the best in new country. But just before we hung up the phone, Miss Jennifer Mlott asked, do you have this song? It is called I Can Count on You. I said, yes, I do. Let's play it right now. Jennifer Mlott, one more time on Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best, and thank you for spending time with us today.
One of these days I'm gonna do it. Won't everybody be surprised? Been a long time coming to it. Always one more alibi. Well, I've been saving up my courage till I'm strong enough to go. Leave behind these worries like I should have long ago. 'Cause I know I can count on you in a world that's always changing, steadfast and true, not a doubt remains.
brand new music. Always first on today's best country.
Alicia April, Get Gone.
Get going, get gone. Get going, get gone.
That's always a thrill when you hear a new single for the first time.
Cassie Joy, Keep Dancing.
And if we can't keep the lights on, I'll dance in the dark with you. Just keep dancing, baby.
You guys play all the new stuff first.
Tammany, No Stopping Me Now.
I'm not walking away. There's no stopping me now. There's just no stopping me now.
When you're on today's best country, you're getting the newest music first.
Down in the sand at PCB in a saltwater juke with Hillbilly B. All the redneck girls pull their hats down low when they move and they groove. Then don't you know that's doing it? Come on.
From an old juke joint where the drinking shine to the neon bar near the county line. From the grits and gravy where they pour sweet tea to the Broadway nights in NYC. They're doing it. Yeah. They're doing it. Get on the floor. Shake it like a hillbilly girl. Come on. Get on the floor. Real slow. Yeah. Shake it like a hillbilly girl. Come on. Way down south, down in more back roads, where the band still plays that stomping road, where the good girls come and they learn to swing, where they raise their hand and they ride that thing. They're doing it. Yeah. They're doing it. Get on the floor. Shake it like a hillbilly girl. Come on. Get on the floor. Real slow. Yeah. Shake it like a hillbilly girl. Come on. Raise a toast to what we are. We're champagne, baby, in a mason jar. Touch of Vegas with the hillbilly twang. Got two words for you, they are. Shake it. Get on the floor. Shake it like a hillbilly girl. Come on. Get on the floor. Real slow. Yeah. Shake it like a hillbilly girl. Come on. Shake it like a hillbilly girl. Come on. Shake it like a hillbilly girl. Come on.
Oh my goodness, I've been shaking it like a hillbilly, that's for sure. My mouse, that is, on my computer. Lots of stuff going on. Definitely multitasking today. You can check out the video to Shake It Like a Hillbilly from Hillbilly Vegas on Indie Country Television. Just head over to our website, indiecountryradio.net. Hit that More tab on the right. It'll drop down to Indie Country Television. They are on channel number 2. It is an awesome video. You guys will absolutely love it. Lots of great videos on Indie Country Television. The best in new indie country lives right here. This one is on there as well. Mr. Trent Tomlinson from Kennett, Missouri. It is called When She Goes There. Let's go there right now. On today's country from Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on a Hashtag Music Monday.
I know that number, but I ain't picking up. She's coming over, gonna pick up her stuff. ain't in the mood for a real big fight. Wrecking my mind, hell no, not tonight. Turn off the lights, say and lock it all up. Grab the keys and go fire up the truck. Ain't gonna be nowhere to be found when it all goes down. I don't wanna be here when she goes there, so I can't see that she don't care. If I don't see the leaving all over her face, I can keep believing everything's okay. If I don't feel the hurting hit and hear goodbye rolling off her lips, there's still a chance she ain't going anywhere. So I don't wanna be here when she goes there. As long as I'm bellied up to a bar, I won't see her climbing out of her car. I won't see her stepping up on that porch, coming that door, get to doing what she came here for. I know there's no way I can take her looking so good while she's walking away. If I'm gone, I could brush it off like it never really happened at all. I don't wanna be here when she goes there, so I can't see that she don't care. If I don't see the leaving all over her face, I can keep believing everything's okay. If I don't feel the hurting hit and hear goodbye rolling off her lips, there's still a chance she ain't going anywhere. So I don't wanna be here when she goes there. Turn off the lights, hey, and lock it all up. Grab the keys and go fire up the truck. Ain't gonna be nowhere to be found when it all goes down. I don't wanna be here when she goes there, so I can't see that she don't care. If I don't see the leaving all over her face, I can keep believing everything's okay. If I don't feel the hurting hit and hear goodbye rolling off her lips, there's still a chance she ain't going anywhere. Hey, there's still a chance she ain't going anywhere. So I don't wanna be here when she goes there. Wanna be here when she goes there.
The featured song of the week is next on Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
In the middle of nowhere, took a left till we ran out of pavement. The old dirt roads was our final destination. We turned the dial, checked the FM stations. Those dash lights set the mood right, baby. You and me getting backseat crazy. Yeah, it feels so right. And every song that played on the radio that night said everything I needed to say. Check, yes, and no, you look so good in love. Ain't nothing better than George Strait. Didn't have to speak a word that night. We let the radio play. Up to sunrise, hung over from the love of last night. I pushed the hair away from your eyes. Look at you, baby, glowing in the sunshine. Little walk down by the creekside, flowers pajamas in your head, skinny dipping on my mind. Hang your tank top on that limb. Come on, baby, let's jump right in. Every song that played on the radio that night said everything I needed to say. Chick, yes, you know you look so good in love. Ain't nothing better than George Strait. Didn't have to speak a word that night. Let the radio play. Do you ever hear that song that made you fall in love? Turn it up and let it take you away to that place when every song that played on the radio that night said everything I needed to say. Chick, yes, I know you look so good in love. Ain't nothing better than George Strait. Didn't have to speak a word that night. No, didn't have to speak a word that night. We let the radio play.
We are letting the radio play right now with our featured song of the week. They are the Lewis Hill Project. You can check them out all week long on our website, indiecountryradio.net. Once again, hit that More tab on the far right, drop down to featured song of the week, and you can check out the Lewis Hill Project all week long. Click that live player, and you can hear the song anytime you wish, even when we're not live on the air. And check out what we got going on for featured song of the week here on Indie Country Radio. How about Mr. Tony Justice up next? You can find him on Twitter at @TheTonyJustice. This is called This Side of the Radio. I love being on this side right here on Indie Country Radio. New Country's best on a hashtag Music Monday.
Hey, Mr. DJ, know you gotta play that song. It won't be the last time today you put it on. I know it's a big old hit, probably way up on the charts, but I'd like to make just one request. Have mercy on my heart. On this side of the radio, it don't sound near as good here on my stereo. You didn't see me breaking down, but every word reminded me of her, reliving every step she took to go. What it's like, man, you don't know, on the side of the radio. Everything was perfect, I'd had a damn good day, until I turned you in, man, you took that away. Every single word that I just heard is exactly how I feel. I went from drumming on my dashboard to crying on my steering wheel. On this side of the radio, it don't sound near as good here on my stereo. You didn't see me breaking down with every word, reminding me of her, reliving every step she took to go. What it's like, man, you don't know, on the side of the radio, rolling down this long road. I can barely see the white lines from the tears in my eyes. On the side of the radio, every word reminded me of her. Reliving every step she took to go. What it's like, man, you don't know. On the side of the radio. What it's like, I hope you never know. On the side of the radio. Of the radio.
This is where country music lives.
Let's start the music.
We're the people's favorite. Show the world you love your country. Delivering a much-needed neck punch to the status quo.
What does that even mean?
That means, in addition to the variety you've come to expect, you'll also hear songs like this. And this.
Like curves on an old Ford, like boots on a dance floor.
And this.
Oh, I was ready for love, but love wasn't ready for me.
Thank you for listening to Indie Country Radio, New Country's best.
My week is done, I'm walking out the door, picking you up in my 4x4. It's 6:30, I need my little fix. Jump on in so I can kiss your lips. Man, you know what I mean. Poor little Jack climbing
His name is Danny Sylvester, great Canadian artist, a great song there, upbeat song called Tailgate Songs, and gotta love that banjo. Mr. John Wolf is from the great state of Texas, Jon, and Wolf has an E on the end of it. If you want to find him on the big Twitter machine, his brand new single is called Baby This and Baby That, a former song of the week, right here on Today's Country from Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
Come home dragging weight of the world on my shoulders, girl, and all I know is I wanna cash out, shut it down, throw in the towel, 'cause I'm feeling low and I'm moving slow. But when she's all baby this and baby that, I'm like a runaway train running out of track. There ain't no holding me back when she's all baby this and baby that. When she's all come over here and give me a kiss, that look in her eyes, hands on her hips, I don't stand a chance when she's all baby this and baby that. It still sounds good, good morning, good night, and anything else those pretty lips say. She sounds like an angel cooking in the kitchen. I love to listen to the songs she sings, but it's a whole other thing when she's all baby this and baby that. I'm like a runaway train running out of track. There ain't no holding me back when she's all baby this and baby that. When she's all come over here and give me a kiss, that look in her eyes, hands on her hips, I don't stand a chance when she's all baby this and baby that. Yeah, my favorite thing in the world to see are those pretty brown eyes looking back at me, those pretty red lips I wanna kiss so bad, saying baby this and baby that. When she's all baby this and baby that, I'm like a runaway train running out of track. There ain't no holding me back when she's all baby this and baby that. When she's all come over here and give me a kiss, that look in her eyes, hands on her hips, I don't stand a chance when she's all baby this and baby that. She's baby this and baby that. Every time she's baby this and baby that. Yeah, she's baby this and baby that.
The most music on the radio.
Get her done.
You're listening to the 2016 Nashville Universe Awards Radio Network of the Year. Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
Waits at the plane as he comes home. She falls in his arms but still feels alone. They go on home and have a few beers. He tries to forget or remember why he's here. He's an American hero. He's an American hero. Awarded his Purple Heart, his red, white, and blue. Serve his country, still wears his uniform proud. If it wasn't for him, we wouldn't be safe and sound. He's an American hero. Our true quite confused. He's got some of the PTSD blues, but he's gotta know that we're proud of him. So shake the hand of some veterans and be sure you tell them they're American heroes. They're American heroes. They wear their purple hearts red, white, and blue. Serve their country, still wear their uniform proud. It wasn't for them, we wouldn't be safe and sound. They're American heroes. True American heroes. Yeah, American heroes.
We had a great radio interview last week, that is for sure. I loved it. Mr. Billy James Brady is who he is, from the state of Michigan, and a great tune called American Heroes. Well, this weekend, our website, IndieCountryRadio.net, got a good American feel. So you guys need to check out the brand new revamped IndieCountryRadio.net and see what we got going on. Lots of good stuff happening over there as usual. Mr. Gord Bamford has lots of good stuff happening now. He was born in Australia, raised in Canada, now living in Nashville, Tennessee, making that great country music. He is a two-time Canadian Country Male Vocalist of the Year, and you can check out the video to When Your Lips Are So Close from Gord Bamford on Indie Country Television, right here now on Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
Girl, I knew it must be you, 'cause it got hotter in this room. You walked in, made head spin. You look so good in the neon light. I drink you in with thirsty eyes. Long sip of your cool smile. Girl, I wanna reach right out, wrap you in my arms right now. Never let go, never let go. 'Cause I just gotta taste you, baby. You know it drives me crazy to be so far away when your lips are so close. When your lips are so close. You might be right next to me, but girl, it feels like miles between my hands and your skin. If you know what I'm thinking of, small talk just won't be enough. Can't wait for your touch. Girl, I wanna reach right out, wrap you in my arms right now. Never let go, never let go. 'Cause I just gotta taste you, baby. You know it drives me crazy to be so far away when your lips are so close. When your lips are so close. Right now, never let go, never let go. 'Cause I just gotta taste you, baby. You know it drives me crazy to be so far away when your lips are so close. 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 Lips are so close.
Indie Country Radio is the one-stop shop for indie artists, from logo design to artist promos that you can send to any station. You create the music and we create the ways to get it heard. To find out how to take your music to the next level, send an email to indiecountryradio@yahoo.com. Let our proven system work for you. Find out why Indie Country Radio is truly New Country's best.
Harvest moon, mid-November. Met that girl on the bank of the river. Style and grace, yeah, she's a lady. Drives me wild and makes me crazy. But she's my green-eyed Texas angel. Saved my heart when it was in danger. She rocks my world, and Lord, I'm thankful for my green-eyed Texas angel. 0 to 10, that girl's an 11. Here on earth, she's a piece of heaven. Side by side, yeah, we stand tall, hand in hand with me through it all. She's my green-eyed Texas angel. Saved my heart when it was in danger. She rocks my world, and Lord, I'm thankful for my green-eyed Texas angel. Heart of gold and a smile that'll bring you to your knees. She's all I'll ever want, she's all I'll ever need. Well, she's my green-eyed Texas angel. Saved my heart when it was in danger. She rocks my world, and Lord, I'm thankful for my green-eyed Texas angel. She's my green-eyed Texas angel.
That song is doing quite well on the indie country music charts. Mr. Darren Morris from the Darren Morris Band, Gilmer, Texas, Green-Eyed Texas Angel. Well, we had a great radio interview last week, and he was in Panama City, Florida, performing Friday night, and along with some good friends of ours, Camber, Joyce Kane, those ladies, love them. But I asked them if he would play his brand new song for the people down in Florida, Green-Eyed Florida Gator. That's right, they have those down there, you know, and I probably think they have green eyes as well. Good stuff from the Darren Morris Band, Green-Eyed Texas Angel. This next song is a former Song of the Week. His name is John Langston. That is J-O-N-T Langston, if you want to find him on Twitter. This is called Probably at a Bar on Today's Country from Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
Could be hitting my limit in an old duck blind on a flutter rice field in a Delta sunrise with a few good back home buddies I ain't seen in a while. I could be standing deep with my toes in the sand on the Carolina coast with a pole in my hand, reeling in reds, popping tops and dropping limes. Yeah, I reckon there's a chance, but chances are I'm probably at a bar and drinking down hill and driving this hard.
tell y'all how it happened.
We were 17, stretching at a July Braves game, watching those fireworks high above the highway. When you kissed me, you knocked me right out of the park. These days I'm just wondering where you are. But me, I'm probably at a bar, drinking about you, and driving this hard like I got nothing left to lose. I could be anywhere under the sun, over the moon, but chances are I'm probably at a bar. I'm probably at a bar, drinking about you, and driving this hard like I got nothing left to lose. Could be anywhere under the sun, over the moon, but chances are I could be anywhere, getting over you, but chances are I'm probably at a bar.
Because there's no such thing as enough country. You know that great song that you just can't get out of your head? We're playing it right now. Wow, it's like we're right there inside your head. Okay, well, maybe not literally.
Don't touch that dial!
Broadcasting worldwide from his basement.
To the basement! 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 Up to the basement! To the basement! To the basement!
We've been cleared for takeoff.
You're listening to Tim Kelly on Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
Some people got it, some people don't. That cool head vibe, that rodeo vogue got in a style, amazing grace. You walk into a room and it's right in your face. Talking attitude from head to toe, seeping from your bones and erogenous zones. Don't need money or boo-boo friends. All you gotta do is lose confidence. Feel it from the inside out. Express yourself. Not their mind, it ain't what you say, it ain't what you do. It's a state of mind, it's an attitude. Ain't what you wear, it's the way you brew. It's an energy, it's an attitude. Sexy sister, you know the trick. Gives you longer legs, irresistible lips. 'Cause when you got it, it's evident you can be anything, even president. Feel it from the inside out. Express yourself. Not their mind, it ain't what you say, it ain't what you do. It's a state of mind, it's an attitude. Ain't what you wear, it's the way you brew. It's an energy, it's an attitude. Energy.
Ain't about the bling, ain't about the loot. It's all about your inner truth. You can talk the talk, but you can't fake cool. It's an attitude, it's an attitude.
Big time. They bring lots of attitude to their country music, and they should when you can sing like that. Our good friends Richard, Jane, the whole crew of One Ugly Cowboy from Canada. It's an attitude, absolutely. Well, I got time to sneak in one more before we say goodbye. How about Mr. Matt Ferris? Matt Ferris Country on Facebook and Twitter. Me or the Whiskey on today's country from Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
I'm no stranger to a stiff drink. It eases my mind somehow. The kind of friend you pay to be with, but only brings you down. Well, I'm a big hit in this bar room, and everyone loves me right now. But when the lights go down and the chairs go up, what keeps them around? Is it me? I can't seem to find the answer in my glass. I can't believe how this has hit me. Is it me or the whiskey? Jack are on the front porch, strumming an old guitar. I'm trying to write a country love song about how you're breaking my heart. 'Cause I can tell by the look on your face, you've run out of tears. You're ready to walk away and leave me standing here. Is it me? I can't seem to find the answer in my glass. I can't believe how this has hit me. Is it me or the whiskey? In one hand there's a whiskey bottle, in the other there's a glass. Is this feeling worth it? Maybe I should ask if it's me or the whiskey. I can't believe how this has hit me. Is it me? Is it me or the whiskey? I can't seem to find the answer in this glass. I can't believe how this has hit me. Is it me? Or the whiskey. Me or the whiskey.
Well, I'll tell you what, I haven't had a drop of that today, but still had a blast. And I want to thank Miss Jennifer Mlott for joining me on the radio today. What a great radio interview. If you missed it, it'll be available here shortly as a recorded podcast. Just head over to Spreaker.com, search Indie Country Radio, Today's Country with Tim Kelly, Jennifer Mlott interview. And I want to tell you where you can find her as well, JenniferMlott.com. That is M-L-O-T-T is her last name. Check out everything she's got going on, and most importantly, if you like the song, buy it and help their world go around. Well, we're going to go around 2 times as fun tomorrow on a 2 for Tuesday edition of Today's Country with Tim Kelly, right after we rise and shine with Brenda Corbin, and I'll be live tomorrow at 11 o'clock Central with Mr. Terry Douglas. We'll see you tomorrow on the radio. Bye-bye, everybody.
Put you in a corner.